Okay. Alright. Before you unsubscribe, before you smash that dislike button, before you leave that hate comment, hear me out real quick. Yes, Sakura won this fight, and I know that's hard to believe for most of you, but let's look into why she won, alright? Let's listen to why. Let's start with the basics. As shown in the analysis before the fight, I already went over how Sakura's physical speed, strength, and skills are pretty good, right? It's already obvious that Sakura has far superior strength than Hinata, so I don't even need to go into that right now. As for speed, the two of them are pretty much even, however, there are feats who stand above others. For example, there is the time where Sakura dodged the initial attack of Kaguya's 10-tailed arm, which attacked at a speed that Naruto himself considered pretty fast. Keep in mind that Naruto is able to dodge light speed attacks when he dodged the Light Fang. Now, the arm would have eventually caught up to Sakura when it reached for her, and even if Sakura went at 1/4 the speed of that arm, it's still a greater speed feat than anything Hinata has done. I'm just stating the facts. Hinata's speed feats really lie in her striking speed. In regards to her travel speed in combat, she has quite less than impressive feats, and has only been shown to display high speed feats when using the 64 palm stance, which perceives time in slow motion. Without using that, Hinata's movement and strikes are faster than the eye, maybe just a bit above, when using her Byakugan 64 palm stance. Let's not forget that Sakura is fast enough to blitz her targets, as shown when she attacks Sai, Fuin, Shin, and many other enemies. She also creates Mach cones around her fists with each strike, showing that she strikes at supersonic speeds at bare minimum due to the fact that 3 Mach cones are shown around each of her punches. Sakura and Hinata are around the same speed at face value, all ninja capable of moving faster than the eye can see, which translates to 11.7 Mach at bare minimum. Sakura has simply shown feats above that of Hinata, proving that Sakura can move faster than Hinata if need be. As for their skills, let me just get this out the way right now. Hinata has a better setup than Sakura does in Taijutsu. This goes without explanation. Hinata is one of the better martial artists of the Konoha 11, behind Rock Lee and Neji. So we can assume Hinata dominates a Taijutsu battle, right? Wrong. Sakura is also very talented in Taijutsu, like I stated earlier. While her style is not as good as Hinata's gentle fist, there is something that people forget about Sakura. She has analyzation, memorization, and evasion skills. Let me explain. Sakura was trained by Tsunade to memorize an opponent's movements and adjust to their style, as a means to prevent being hit in combat. Medical ninja are vital in the shinobi world, and need to remain out of harm's way, so mastering the art of learning your opponent and countering them is essential. This also goes hand in hand with Sakura's exceptional memory, which I also went over earlier. A feat for this is when Sakura was facing Sasori. She began to memorize his hand movements and puppet movements to predict and evade his attacks during the final stretch of the fight. Sakura was getting so good at handling Sasori that Chiyo stated herself that Sakura did not need her help anymore. Another thing that makes this very impressive is the fact that Sasori was at a range for the most part, and memorizing his hand movements from a distance is no small feat. In a fight with Hinata, this would be no different. Hinata has a very precisely set style of combat and is very systematic and down to the point. Hinata is not a wild card, and neither is she a berserker. Sakura would be able to pick up on her style and movements relatively easily. She's just one person with just one body to read and evade, whereas Sasori had many puppets and Sakura was able to dodge and counter them all at once. Hell, she even dodged a sneak attack from all directions without even looking back. So while Hinata has the upper hand in the Taijutsu fight, Sakura can read and analyze her movements and eventually memorize her, and be able to evade and counter. This is a key reason as to why Sakura is victorious in this scenario. Let's not forget the feat Sakura showed in Sakura Hiden, her novel at the end of Shippuden. She was poisoned and weakened, but managed to defeat several Anbu root members with Nine Tails chakra clothes using only her taijutsu skills. She was battling them while drugged, without her seal, and probably without her enhanced strength due to being drugged. Not to mention she was also dodging amped lightning style jutsu coming at her from all sides with relative ease. Then managed to defeat Kido in his pseudo Nine-Tails state by forcing his cells to multiply, by forcing healing chakra into his core and causing his cells to expend themselves. This nullified his regeneration and allowed Sakura to finish him off with one good punch through his gut. If that ain't impressive, I don't know what is. Alright, now you may be wondering, what about the Byakugan? What about the 64 palms? I'll get into that right now. The Byakugan allows the user to see everything around them except for one blind spot, yes, but that does not mean the user will be able to counter every single thing around them. The user also needs to notice, recognize, and react to the things around them. So no, the Byakugan does not give Hinata an impenetrable wall of sight or defense that cannot be outmaneuvered. Now for the big question, how did Sakura still muster chakra after the 64 palms? It's simple. The little gem on her forehead holds a lot of chakra, and also has regeneration when activated. This is very important when regarding the 64 palms, and how Sakura can recover from it. We know the 64 palms attacks the chakra points in the body, and it's capable of shutting down the chakra system. However, the yin seal on Sakura's forehead is an external source of chakra, meaning that if her chakra networks are shut down, she still has the backup reserves in her seal. Her seal is not a chakra point, so it will not be shut down by the 64 palms. Now, if Sakura activates her seal after being hit, all that chakra she has stored in her seal will flood to her chakra systems and force her networks back open again, like it did with Naruto. If you remember when Naruto faced Neji, he had his chakra network shut down entirely. However, he was able to force his networks open again when his tailed beast kicked in. Sakura's seal and Kuruma's chakra are not the same, I know, but there's a small detail that makes this very interesting. Tailed Beast chakra is composed of both yin and yang release nature types. Guess who else has both yin and yang release nature types? Sakura. Having over 3 years worth of yin and yang chakra would no doubt be able to serve the same function as Kuruma's chakra did. It would force her points open once the seal floods her networks with chakra. Also, her seal provides much more chakra than Naruto's chakra burst did against Neji, and is also implied to have much more chakra than Naruto's Sage of Six Paths clone as stated by Obito. Not to mention the Gentle Fist does not always shut down your entire chakra network without fail. Neji had pummeled Hinata during their first match with the Gentle Fist, damaging her points. However, despite Hinata's low durability and endurance at the time, she still managed to press on and muster chakra. Considering how hardy and enduring Sakura is, I have no doubt that she would be able to continue after having her points damaged. Let's not forget that there are over 300 points of chakra in your body, and hitting the critical ones precisely is what gets the job done. Considering the fact that Sakura has so much chakra at her disposal, it's only fair to assume that she would be able to form a chakra coating around her body to heighten her defense against Hinata's Gentle Fist. She has used chakra coating before, she's a smart girl, and she knows what Hinata is capable of, and would take precautions to approach her properly, just like how she assessed Sasori. I know most of you may be wondering what happened to Hamura chakra. Isn't that chakra able to give Hinata Sage of Six Paths levels of power? Well, the short answer is no. Hagoromo is the only Sage of Six Paths. Hamura being his brother does not mean anything. Hagoromo has the Rinnegan, the Rinne-Sharingan, and also the 10 tails inside of him. These powers were shared between Naruto and Sasuke. None of that has anything to do with Hamura or Hinata. Hamura only has the Byakugan. Hamura chakra does give Hinata a boost, but that boost is not as big as Hagoromo's is. Remember, Hinata's Hamura chakra enhanced Lion Fist lacked the power to destroy the Tenseigan alone, and Naruto had to help her using a regular Rasengan. Seeing as how they destroyed the Tenseigan in a combined attack, it's fair to say that Hinata's Hamura chakra infused Lion Fist is comparable to Naruto's normal Rasengan. And while I'm on the topic, the twin Lion Fists do in fact sap chakra from the target on contact. However, it's not to the degree that people assume it is. People think because it saps chakra, that it saps all of your chakra in one hit. This is not the case. If it were the case, Pain would have been shut down the moment Hinata touched him, due to being powered by chakra. He did not. Naruto would have had all of his chakra sapped away once Hinata hit him in the last movie. He did not. The Lion Fist clearly use a burning effect on your chakra. With each hit, a little bit of your chakra is taken away, but not all of it. In conclusion, when you look at the evidence and explanation shown, Sakura is simply stronger, faster, smarter, and has more at her disposal than Hinata does. While Hinata has a bit of an edge in taijutsu, Sakura has her superior intellect and combat sense to make up for it. Hinata may be able to shut down her chakra network, but Sakura can force it back open with her seal. Hinata may be able to sap some of her chakra, but Sakura has oceans of chakra at her disposal. Hinata may have the Byakugan, but Sakura knows her weak spot, and has tools to her advantage. Okay, while editing this, I just realized I forgot to mention the chakra scalpels. The chakra scalpels are a very, very broken technique that Sakura also knows. It can sever your tendons, sever your nerves, and sever your muscle tissues with a mere finger. Sakura has this technique mastered down to the point she has used it before. She learned it from Tsunade, Kabuto also uses it, and you can use the chakra scalpels in combat. So meaning, in a fight with Hinata, as I shown in the animation, Sakura can actually use these chakra scalpels to cut Hinata's nerves, tendons, and muscles and render her arms completely useless. And after doing that, it renders Hinata completely unable to fight because she cannot self-heal, so doing that will give Sakura a complete and utter victory, by the way. This is a very, very important jutsu. This jutsu is extremely important. It's like 90% of the reason why Sakura is so capable of beating Hinata in this scenario. The chakra scalpels can render you useless, and Hinata cannot self-heal. Hinata will be done for after Sakura does that to her. On top of that, if this battle was bloodlusted, if Sakura really wanted to kill Hinata in fighting her, right, she could coat her hand in chakra, do an entire chakra scalpel just like Kabuto does, and plunge her hand into Hinata's chest and crush her heart. If she really wanted to. Remember that. Alright, I'm done with this segment, let's go back onto the analysis. Hinata fighting Sakura in this scenario is only prolonging the inevitable. Remember, with the strength Sakura has, all she needs is one punch. Holding back, Sakura would easily knock Hinata unconscious with a single blow. Going all out would easily result in certain death for Hinata. What if Hinata tried to block it? That would only result in broken arms and shattered fingers. Now, I'm not saying that Sakura wins 100% of the time by a landslide, not by any means. I'm simply portraying how and why Sakura would beat Hinata in a duel. Many people underestimate the talent and prowess of Sakura Haruno and don't give her any credit. Looking deep into her feats and reading her databook entries show how much of a warrior Sakura really is. Having all that power, speed, skill, and intelligence proves why I declare Sakura Haruno as the winner. Now, if you want to see an alternate version where Hinata emerges as the winner, all you gotta do is like the video, share it with your friends, and if we can get this video up to 10,000 views and 2,000 likes, I'll make an alternate version to this fight. Be sure to subscribe to be notified when I upload. Until then, have a good day, hope you learned something, and peace out.